Hello, and welcome to the CinePhellas, the only place where we'll play a game. Well, speaking of games, obviously, if you couldn't tell, it's the Halloween season. Are you guys excited?
Hell yeah.
This is what I did when I woke up this morning. Like first day of fall, like hell yeah, it's the best time of the year. Me and Henry have been shooting a lot of horror movie reviews in anticipation for 31 Days of Horror in October. And
What have you guys been watching though? Like, which movies?
oh, a lot of classics. We've been we just reviewed Alien, the original Alien movie, Aliens, Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Ghost Ship, 13 Ghosts, a bunch.
Yeah, literally a lot of older ones. And then in October, with all the new series and a few new horror movies coming out, we're going to review those after we watch them, as they come out. I think Chucky is one of the first horror ones related shows coming out in the month. I think next week sometime. So we'll review that pilot episode and then, just cover everything new that we see. And we just made up a list of things that we hadn't reviewed before, put them together starting back in August. I think we were already thinking about it, and then just sort of, started shooting about halfway through September here. So getting ahead of the game here. And we've been having a lot of fun. We'll come out with the full list to, closer to October.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
There's we're excited about the new Exorcist movie, Believer. So that's going to be on the list for 31 Days of Horror, a new one. And then Fall in the House of Usher, Mike Flanagan on Netflix. That's coming out in October. We're going to be reviewing that and a bunch of other new stuff coming out.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not really excited for the Exorcist movie, to be honest. It looks good, but I've just seen it 1,000 times. And what's the difference between this one and all the other ones, except there's two girls and, this time one of the girls is, she's black. Other than that, it's not much different.
Well, the difference is David Gordon Green's are to destroy the franchise, like he did with Halloween.
Yes, exactly. he murdered Halloween, so he's gonna murder the Exorcist.
Yeah, we want to see how he fucks this franchise up. To see how he destroys it and murders it. Yeah, basically. But the previews look interesting. I want to see what they do and what they have in mind to make it a trilogy. How they're gonna go by this first one and make it into a trilogy will be interesting. And bringing it back a couple of the OG Exorcist characters, Ellen Burstyn coming back, and Linda Blair, of course. Seeing what they're gonna do to honor the franchise anyway. Is it gonna blow us out of the water? Probably not, but it's 31 Days of Horror, so we're gonna watch some exorcisms.
Yeah, that's right. We just reviewed Exorcist 3 not too long ago, so that's got us in the mood for The Exorcist, the new movie. Because Exorcist 3 is criminally underrated. It's a really good one.
I saw The Pope's
That was
Exorcist. It's not related to this, but it's on Netflix now, and it's actually not that bad.
Oh, is that the one with Russell Crowe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I just thought of that South Park thing where he's fighting all around the world, and it's just with the possession.
Yeah. I like the scenes of him on the Italian countryside on his Vespa riding. Russell Crowe. It was cute. Just like cruising around. Yeah, we watched that a couple months back. I think we reviewed that back when it came out, whenever that was. Doesn't feel like that long ago. But now it's on Netflix. You're right. I've seen it on there. I think it was number 1 a week or two ago too. So having a good life on Netflix.
That's a good reason why I canceled Netflix. I'm kidding.
Somewhere Russell Crowe's ears just went off and he's like, I'm going to find Logan Myers and punch him in the face, eh?
I'm just like, Gladiator.
He's coming after you.
Yeah.
You mentioned It Lives Inside. Tell us about that, because it kind of fell under the radar for us. We hadn't
I don't
really
know
heard of it.
Yeah, it's from Neon. Do you guys know the company Neon? They're like A24, but like a lesser version. So
Right.
I'm actually curious. It seems like that movie, The Boogeyman. Remember that movie that came out a few months ago?
Mhm.
It looks exactly like that, but just slightly different. So other than seeing like something on Instagram about it and like the poster at the theater, I don't know much about it, but I think Neon is an underrated company. They did that movie, The Neon Demon, with Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Remember that one?
They did Possessor too, a Brandon Cronenberg film, sci-fi film, is awesome. I want a copy of it
Mhm.
on VHS. Neon actually sent it to me on Instagram. Like got my info on Instagram. It's pretty cool. So I'm a big fan of
Awesome.
Neon.
Yeah, whatever they get behind, I'll be interested to see. Hopefully, yeah. Is it anybody we know starring in it, or is it all unknowns at this point?
Like independent actors, I don't know who they
Okay,
are. I think they said it's the
cool.
producers of Get Out, but that doesn't mean much to me.
Right. Yeah, there's probably like 10 people on that list. It's not like it's Jordan Peele himself,
Yeah.
So, but I like how they do that. They throw that in. Yeah, it's from the producers. There's some guy that sat in an office that's never seen the movie, kind of a thing. But I'm interested. Yeah, I had no idea about it. And speaking of like movies that kind of fell under the radar, um, what was that one we just watched, Logan?
Oh man,
On
that would
Hulu this past weekend. There
No
we
one will
go.
save you.
Yeah, so a new
no.
Alien flick out of the blue without any marketing or anything, and Caitlin Dever, the star. We both watched it and we were pretty freaked out by it, especially the first 20, 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, definitely. The first act of the movie is super creepy. It gets under your skin. You're like paranoid. You're looking around your house. You're hearing noises because the sound design in this movie is phenomenal. Just being in this situation with aliens and then kind of showing up at your house and trying to survive. It's really cool. Sets up a spooky atmosphere, much like Signs and other alien invasion movies, but definitely a good one that flew under the radar.
And it was
I like
mostly
movies that come
following
out like
her
that.
character. Yeah, it was interesting because it's mainly the one character too. It's all Caitlin Devers, and I thought she did a really good job commanding the screen. She just has a screen presence. You just want to see what she's going to do next, and her reactions and everything were really authentic. The emotion she carries, it has to do with like her past traumas that have happened in life, and when the aliens come and everything, and actually seeing the creatures themselves, I thought they did a good job on the design of those. They looked really cool. Um, a mix of practical and CGI, but yeah, the way they moved and everything was really creepy.
What
And
about
the
the
scene where,
arms?
yeah, the arms, yes.
Like, whoa.
And when she's getting chased, in the first part, that was my favorite part of the movie. Really well done. And towards the third act, it might go off the rails a little bit for most people, but it doesn't ruin the movie by any means. And one of those movies that flew under the radar and surprised us.
I'd give it a solid 4 out of 5. Caitlin Dever hair pieces.
Yeah, I'd say 3.5 to 4. Yep.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was super creepy. Like it's hard to scare me, but the first 30 minutes really great. Edge of your seat. And there's not a lot of
I'm not gonna
dialogue.
watch it after this. I'll watch it the next day because I don't want to watch it and then get like pee dreams and nightmares and shit like that. So
I mean, yeah,
Right.
aliens are creepy in general. It also reminded me of Fire in the Sky, which is an incredible alien movie.
yeah,
Um,
I know that.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching this late at night. That's what we did last night at like 11. All the lights off. I'm like, oh.
I
But
think it's
hey,
Russell Crowe in the background.
yeah, exactly.
And
I,
earlier we talked before the podcast. So I mentioned Eli Roth. What is it like? It's actually over 15 years. 16 years. Thanksgiving. It's finally coming out.
saw the trailer before seeing Dumb Money, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm on board. I've been a fan since his past work, and they've been talking about it forever. And what better movie to watch during Thanksgiving than this movie?
Yeah, it looks great. And they have callbacks to the original trailer, obviously. I still remember being like, I was in junior high when that Grindhouse thing came out. I saw it at the theater and I'm like, man, I want to see these movies one day. And we actually got them. Remember the knife and the trampoline and then the girl does the
Yes,
split? Yeah,
yes.
I
That was
still
in
see
there.
that in my mind. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It looks really good. I mean, nobody's made really. I'm sure there's been one or two Thanksgiving related horror films, but for Eli Roth to come back to the genre is exciting too. It's been a minute since he's done a hardcore horror film, so I can't wait to see what he's cooked up. You can say what he's got carved out for us.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure. He's got Borderlands coming out, and then he's got the horror movie, So I'm excited for this.
He went the indie route for a long time. He did like Aftershock, which I saw on Netflix years ago, and I think The Green Inferno was at least several years ago.
Yeah. He did that kid's like Halloween movie, like something with the clocks, right?
Yeah, The Clock in the Wall or Jack Black or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Directed that. So it's
not
good he's
very
going.
memorable, but yeah, this one looks a lot of fun. Can't wait to see it. It's gonna be good.
pretty much all those fake Grindhouse trailers are actual movies now. We're just waiting for Edgar Wright to do Don't. That's the last one.
That's awesome that most of them got made. I hope they do make that. They have to at this point. He's got to
Yeah,
see
he's
the
the
other
only one.
guys doing their movies. He's the only holdout.
Exactly. It's like, come on, man. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, a TV show coming out in Paramount Plus?
I have no idea what that is.
It's just a TV show. It's like a prequel, I believe, and has David Duchovny in it and some other people. It's coming out in October, so it has my interest. The recent movie sucked, but the trailer looked okay.
So is it a prequel to the old movie or the new movies?
I think it's a new movie, right? Prequel to that.
I'm not really sure where it fits, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to explain like how they first came up with the ancient burial ground, or what it's trying to do. Really, no. I mean, I watched a little bit of the trailer, but I'm waiting to watch the actual show to find out, I guess. Am I really thinking it's going to be anything great? Probably not, but we'll check it out. We watched Pet Cemetery too. That was another movie on our 31 Days of Horror.
Edward Furlong.
So John Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Ridiculous 90s movie.
The one with Jason Clarke was awful. I just remember laughing at the end credits. The rock song they played at the end of the movie did not fit the tone of the actual movie at all. And it was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It was John Lithgow, had no England accent. He's been living there his whole life. He's like, yeah, I was telling you the other day, instead of Boston. ABBA.
What about American Horror Story? You guys watching that?
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, I watched the first episode today.
All right, well, what did you think of Kim Kardashian? I mean, Kardashian.
Well, she can read lines. We'll say that.
Okay, she's not Emma Roberts' mother at all. They don't even look alike.
No. No.
Completely unbelievable.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. Some publicist, I guess that's what her character's supposed to be. Yeah. I don't know. The last couple American Horror Story seasons have been pretty meh. The last one I enjoyed was the one with Macaulay Culkin and Sarah Paulson, and
double feature.
Yeah, the double feature, and even that one ended bad. So the track record lately just hasn't been good with those. Yeah, they haven't been as scary as the earlier ones.
Yeah, I never finished it. I think that was the first season I never finished, was the New York one.
Yeah, the ending was horrible.
It really was. Yeah, it was a stinker.
84 was good though. That was, I think, the last good one.
Yes, 84. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was something different. Yeah, that was the last really good one. This one, I mean, dealing with fertility and all that, trying something different. It's cool to see Emma Roberts back. I mean, I like her, but it seems like there's not a lot new here. Nothing that's like scaring me overtly right now. And Kim Kardashian just seems like a novelty cast to add to the cast.
Yeah, it's just
there.
to say, look who we have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she wasn't awful, but she wasn't good either. She could read lines. Overall, I don't know. I didn't really care for it that much. The first episode, I wasn't really into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not invested.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll watch a few more episodes. If it keeps my interest, I'll keep watching.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get 5 or 3 or 4. I think that we're gonna get 4 or 5 episodes of it, and then it's gonna take a break all the way into next year. I think that's how they're doing it, splitting it up.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, Emma Roberts was Scream Queens. I thought that was a good show.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that one too.
Glenn Powell.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was the last one he was in, I think, that I can remember. Then he sort of went over to movies and whatnot. I'd like to see Evan Peters come back. I mean, that's somebody that's been missing these past couple seasons.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell, it'd be cool to see him. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's splitting time between this series and then American Horror Stories. So I don't know. Just seems like they've lost their focus lately. So, but we'll have to see. Maybe this season will pick up.
Well, Horror Stories, like the individual 1-hour episodes, I thought that was really good compared to the previous seasons. Like that's where I'm like, I would watch that.
Yeah, That one's coming back towards the end of October too. So we'll check out at least the first episode of that. It comes American Horror Stories returns on the 26th of October.
Yeah, it was like a modern day Tales from the Crypt or Creep Show or something.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember the one with all the influencers at the mansion. That one
Yeah.
was pretty funny. Watching them all get butchered. But yeah, definitely more interesting. That yeah, each had their own little tale. The one out in the wilderness, I remember that one. And then there was a Christmas themed one, I believe, too.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys are nostalgic for Goosebumps, but that's coming back.
Yeah,
Plus, though.
I'm excited. That was on my list. I'm like,
Yeah.
all the 90s feels, the books, the TV series on Fox back in the day. Yeah, I'm very excited for this.
And Justin Long is in it.
Yeah, he'll probably get killed like he does in everything.
That's what I'm gonna say. Is he someone where he's purposely trying to like only do horror movies now? Because remember, he was in Barbarian too.
Yeah. It seems like it. I think the
Yeah,
last
and
few
Kevin
things he's
Smith.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tusk. Yep. Yeah, Goosebumps will be on October 13th, Friday, along with Creepshow season 4, and then John Carpenter, a series that he directed from his couch, Suburban Screams, which will be on Peacock. All three of those are on the same day, the 13th.
Cool.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Oh,
The
hold on.
John Carpenter thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. He hasn't directed anything in a while, but I don't know how good it's going to be from the couch. I haven't even seen a trailer for it yet. So next we got best directorial debuts. There's quite a few of those. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
there
this.
are actually.
One of my favorite directors out there, of course, Mr. Sam Mendes, American Beauty, directorial debut, fantastic movie, Oscar winner.
Mm-hmm. Good choice. It's a good movie. Quentin Tarantino with Reservoir Dogs. It's definitely one of mine. Even better on the rewatch. Like I think I mentioned this before too. It's just I appreciate it more now than I did back then. It was too much dialogue for my, wandering brain back then. But now actually paying attention and seeing how the story comes together, really cool. And to get all those stars was pretty awesome for a first movie.
For me, I'm trying to think. I can't say no. I can't say Nolan. What about Well, I would say Alex Garland because I love Ex Machina, but everything else was just going way downhill after that. So, what about M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
consider him for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Or,
Made his
or
mark
Jordan
right
Peele?
away.
Or Jordan Peele,
Jordan
Get Out.
Peele.
That's actually my choice.
That's
Yeah.
a hell of a first movie. Yeah.
I thought
No kidding.
another one, George Romero, Night of the Living Dead.
It was his first movie?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, that changed movies forever. Especially
The
zombie movies.
Yeah, late 1960s too. The movie had a lot to say about society. So it was definitely ahead of its time.
Yeah, even just having a black guy in the lead was like ahead of its time too for back then.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
It's a beautiful movie. What about John Singleton, Boys in the Hood? What a classic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
true.
Yes. Okay. Well, so technically he wasn't the director. Yeah, I forgot. I was gonna say David Ayer, but it was Fuqua. But he wrote the screenplay for Training Day.
Yeah.
But let's see. So I guess his first movie was Harsh Times with Christian Bale, which was pretty damn good too. I like that movie. So David Ayer was good, and of course went a little downhill with Suicide Squad, of course. But I've
That wasn't his fault though.
Yeah,
I blame the
exactly.
studio.
Studio meddling. Yep, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel
End
like
of
Bob
watch.
would say this answer. Clerks.
Kevin Smith, absolutely. Yeah, that definitely has to be on the list. Christopher Nolan, of course. Memento.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna say that, but I'm like, no, I know someone else is gonna say that. Wink, that was gonna be your answer.
I think his
Yeah, I need to get
directorial
straight.
debut is another movie. Was it 1998?
Oh, was it? He had a
Yeah, I
movie
think.
before that?
Yeah,
Oh, he did?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pretty
Oh, his
sure.
second film. Okay.
Oh, look at the big brain on Logan Myers. I didn't know that.
No, I
So
looked
what
it
was
up
the first
today.
movie?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
movie was 1998. That's what it's called. And second movie is Memento.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Some Nolan fan.
Right.
Kidding.
Everything from Memento.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell, I mean, I'm a Scorsese fan too, and I still haven't watched all his movies either. He has so many, and
Right.
some of them I just wasn't interested enough to watch them. I definitely plan to watch them all, but yeah, still, he's got such a catalog of movies, all different. So let's see, Greta Gerwig, going by recently, Barbie, Lady Bird. Bird was her first movie. That was really good movie, successful. Saoirse Ronan.
I already asked her with Hereditary. It's pretty
Well,
good.
he had that other. Well, that was a short film, so maybe you're right. Yeah. Some strange thing about the Johnsons. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Richard Kelly, Donnie Darko.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Dan
What about
Gilroy.
Eli Roth?
Yeah. Eli Roth could be on the list for sure.
Cabin
Absolutely.
Fever, right? Yeah.
Cabin Fever was his first one, I believe. Yeah, as far as I
Yeah.
know.
Yep. Pretty sure of it.
Ryan Coogler, Fruitvale Station.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah. Robert Eggers, The Witch, which I know, wasn't great or anything, but you could definitely see he was talented and was going to go on to do some awesome stuff. Dan Gilroy, Nightcrawler. I thought that movie was pretty awesome.
That movie was awesome.
Ben Affleck, Gone Baby Gone. That was his first movie, right?
Hell of a debut. I believe so. Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm gonna go with Jordan Peele, Get Out. I think that was very good.
Yeah. To come from being a comedian and have that for his first film, I'd say so.
But Mad TV at that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
What about the guy that did It Follows? I think that was his directorial debut.
Has he done anything since?
Yeah, he did something Silver Lake a few years after that, but not as good as It Follows.
Okay.
I think he's only done 2 or 3 movies. Was it
David
Robert
Robert Mitchell.
Yeah. It Follows.
2014. Yeah, that was really good.
With our favorite Scream Queen, Micah Monroe.
Micah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, Under the Silver Lake, 2018.
There you go.
That one had Andrew Garfield in it, Topher Grace, Riley Keough. He's got 4 upcoming projects, so
it was like a drama. It was like a drama, Niall. It's not like a horror flick or anything. Andrew Garfield's pretty good in it.
Any other debuts you guys can think of, though? I can't think of any.
That's all I got in my brain.
Yeah, I'm sure we're missing quite a few. But yeah, those were good. The ones that we listed for sure. Memorable first directorial debuts.
Going up to the next question, we were talking about favorite Disney villains. So there's quite a few of those out there. One that comes to mind.
For me, that's an easy one.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, okay. For me, it's 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil.
Yes.
She's the best one. Because she doesn't really have a motive. She doesn't have other than the Emma Stone movie. Like, we didn't know her backstory back then. I just like her because she's just a mean bitch. That's why. Literally, that's her motive. I'm just rude and mean for no reason at all. And that's why I like her. No sappy backstory or anything.
Right.
She was just an evil bitch, and that's what made that movie so great, why she's so iconic. I'd say up there probably the most famous villains in the Disney universe for sure. And even the newer movie, I thought it was cool how they did the character. But with Cruella and her henchmen, the cartoon,
Mhm.
she's just scary. And even the movie with Glenn Close was pretty good.
And she's just smoking in people's face, like just blowing
Yeah.
and she's driving like this. And remember the British guy, and she's just driving and she's trying to run him off the road. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing, you crazy cunt?" She didn't say that. It's a kid's movie, but he had like that hard British accent. It was hilarious. Anybody who gets in her way, she's just a bitch too. And I'm like, to me, that's funny in a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Another one that comes to mind that I remember as a kid, Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Hook, the movie Hook,
Absolutely.
obviously, but yeah, he's a iconic villain that was scary as a kid, like watching those movies.
Yeah, he'd feed you to a gator. You fucked with him.
All my fears.
That's how he lost his hand, I think, right? That's why he had the hook.
Yes. Yeah, that's why the hook, the gator. All my fears right there. So it would scare me. And I thought Dustin Hoffman played him amazingly in Hook. It's one of my all-time favorite movies back then as a kid. I just love that adaptation.
I love that movie. Still don't know why it's called Hook. Like you named the movie after the villain. Just saying.
Right. Yeah. Well, the Lost Boys was already taken, so.
Right. Just call it Rufio.
I'll say, well, the movie that I watched a lot as a kid was Aladdin, so I'll say Jafar. I just remember him with his cool long robes and being out in the desert and having the staff, and seeing all the evil he could conjure up. And then, of course, when he got the lamp and he got to have like his evil wishes come true, it's pretty cool. Iconic villain.
And just going back to my childhood, Scar. That Scar was cool.
Yeah, good one. It was scary too.
Never understood why he was brown though, and all the other lions were like normal lion colors. Thought that was a little interesting.
Yeah, what was Disney trying to do there?
And then that's all his songs were memorable too. Be Prepared and all of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a great movie. The live action one, wasn't as good as the cartoon.
No, that was just a cash grab, honestly.
Yeah, and they're making a sequel too, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like the origin of Mufasa or something.
Not everybody needs an origin. Ursula always stood out for me. Just seeing how she looked and everything. And the live action one actually. I've seen. Yeah, well, not in the live action one. It was Melissa McCarthy, but yeah. But yeah, she was a cool villain.
What about Maleficent, Sleeping Beauty, and the old movie Angelina Jolie was on? And Sleeping Beauty came out in, God, I don't know, like the 40s, something like that.
Long time ago.
The old one.
Did you guys hear what they're doing with the new Snow White movie?
No.
She's black, right?
No, she's not that. I guess it's politically correct to say dwarf or midget or whatever. So instead of saying they're not going to be dwarfs, they're just going to be normal, average-sized people. But the whole point is that they're dwarfs, and there's a lot of dwarfs out there who could use work. Like so they're going to call it Snow White apparently, and they're magical men, which to me sounds like a freaking porno. I don't want to see that.
Wow. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's Snow White and the 7
know that.
magical men, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They're dwarfs.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I won't be seeing that one.
Man. Oh man. And Snow White is
origin. Yeah.
Yeah. What are they? Yeah, it's stupid. Snow White is that girl isn't she also going to be in like the Hunger Games prequel? Isn't it the same girl from West Side Story?
Zeller?
Yeah, she's a good actress, but she's as sharp as a bowling ball. She did an interview where she's like, "Oh my God, they kissed her without her consent," and I'm like, "It's a kid's fairy tale from like the 30s, girl. Come on."
Yeah,
I think it's like Rachel Zeller or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. She's from the newer generations where they're more woke, I guess. So we're gonna be seeing in the movies.
Yeah, that's like saying Rapunzel can't put her hair down, and she's like, "Oh, sir, please climb my hair." Well, do I have your consent to climb your hair? It's like it's just a
Right.
story.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Got to find the negative in everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. They go too hard. I mean, everybody needs to be included in all the movies, but then when they just like blatantly throw stuff at you, no matter if you were with them on that or not, it just turns you off right away because you can see through it. Just like the corporations being like, okay, we need to change this and this, and it's studios getting involved, and yeah, doesn't
Just
feel
going back to
natural.
Rapunzel, they had a funny Simpsons sketch where she threw her hair down and Homer was climbing her hair, but he was so fat that she couldn't hold it, and then her hair came out.
It's a wig. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Who is the villain from Hercules? It was James Woods was the voice.
Oh, Zeus.
Zeus, was it Zeus or Hades? I
No, not
think
Zeus.
is it
No, Hades. Yeah.
Hades, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought he looked cool anyway. With he had like the fire
Mhm.
head.
That's still the best Hercules movie.
Yeah, and they're doing a live action of that one too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, when The Rock filmed Hercules, I didn't know this. He did an interview with Pat McAfee. He recently came back to wrestling. I'm sure it has something to do with the writer's strike. That's why. But he said when he filmed that movie, he was injured from when he wrestled John Cena. So he did that whole movie and he was pretty much injured.
Wow, really? Jeez. Yeah, I saw that he had came back. I saw a couple of YouTube clips. I think one where he is shaking hands with John Cena. Was that something that was recent, or was that like an old clip?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
that was recent.
Yeah.
That was just a couple of days ago on SmackDown. And they say, like him and John Cena, like, oh, we came back for the fans. And I'm like, no, you came back for money and there's a writer's strike in Hollywood.
Uh,
That's literally what it is.
yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but I saw a Haunting in Venice. Did you guys see that?
No, I haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you, but Logan, since you're the horror guy, watch this movie and tell me if I'm wrong. If they would have leaned more into the horror just a little bit, because this it really is a horror movie, it would have been the best horror movie this year. Which is not saying much. Horror's been shit this year, but compared to last year, but it would have been the best horror movie. It's still a good movie, but the horror aspects are phenomenal in the movie. And I really like how the old ones are like that, like the corny murder mysteries that you would see on a train and the curly mustache. And they
Right.
tie the girl to the railroad or whatever, and it's like, oh, someone in this room is the killer. But like in this one, it's really like a horror movie, and I thought it was interesting too. I don't want to spoil it, but Tina Fey is in it.
It's a who done it, right?
Yeah, like those old school whodunits, like someone in here's the killer, and then they smoke a pipe or
Yeah,
whatever. But
yeah.
this one is like really a horror movie.
How many movies has there been like this? Like three?
This is the third one, yeah.
Third one? Got it. I need to watch them. I've heard a lot of good things. I heard a lot of good things about this movie too, the new one. So I want to see them.
Yeah, this would have been the best horror movie this year if they would have had just a little bit more horror elements in there, because the jump scares and all of that, they're really effective. But I loved it. I thought it was actually the best one of the trilogy, and they're gonna obviously come back.
Kenneth Branagh, right? Directed it.
Yeah, and it's based on a book called Costume Party, which is like one of those whodunit books. But they changed. They said they liked the movie, but it's one of those things. Well, we like the movie, but we're going to change everything about it. They changed the characters, the setting, and the plot, which is pretty much the whole thing.
So loosely
But
based.
check it out. You would like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Look good in the trailer.
Yeah, I'll have
Yeah,
to go
don't
back
watch
and
that.
watch those.
Don't watch the. I was going to see The Nun too, but I didn't see that. I have zero interest in seeing it.
Yeah, same here. I'll watch it at home.
Yeah,
Not paying
I'm
for
in the
that
same
one.
boat.
So movies that aren't horror movies, but should be one. You want to talk about that? Kind of segue?
Yeah, well, the reason I put that was I recently I came across Jumanji at Walmart. It was like in the $5 bin, and I'm like, oh, should I get it? And I'm like, nah, I can get it on Blu-ray. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, that really is a horror movie. Like, if you were to just change the tone a little bit, I'm like, you could make this a really, really good horror movie. So that's why I put that in there. I don't know how you guys think or feel about that.
Definitely. I could see that as a horror flick.
Yeah, just take away some
Yeah,
of the funny
definitely.
elements, and it's a really good horror movie in there.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, I mean, I remember some parts in there that are like kind of questionable for a kid's comedy or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, they had kids trying, like an alligator trying to eat kids in their own living room.
Right.
Like to me, that's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, life or death with kids. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's definitely on the list. Um, trying to think, what was that one I was thinking of earlier? I had one on my mind. Oh, I know Clockwork Orange really isn't considered a horror film, but it's definitely has a lot of horror elements to it, and
Yeah,
just
it is. That's a
yeah,
good one.
It's
mhm.
scary as shit, man. That rape
Yeah,
scene and ugh.
yeah. The eyes being pried open, and yeah, all the terrifying stuff they do in it, go around murdering. Yeah, for sure.
Terminator. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. First one.
Yep.
Well, to me, that is a horror movie. He's a slasher, so I count that as a horror.
Yeah. Yep.
Same here. But yeah, you're talking about Jumanji. I was thinking about this because I was watching this recently. Kindergarten Cop. That can be seen as a horror movie. If you guys remember, the
Yeah,
opening is fucked up. It's like a
yeah.
shootout, and the dad's trying to kidnap the kid, and this guy's clearly dead, and he's laying dead there for like 10 minutes, and Arnold comes in. I'm like, this is a kid's movie? Like straight up horror thriller elements to it. So that
Yeah.
came to mind. Rewatch it if you guys see it. It's pretty spooky at times.
Towards the end of the movie, remember when that kid lets up that like girly scream, and he's like,
Yeah.
I still laugh at that. It was,
It's not a tumor.
It's been a while since
what?
I've seen that. I'll have to rewatch it, see what you guys are talking about.
Mhm. And then the old lady with the gun, she's like, "Where's my grandson?" And Arnold's like, "Go to hell, bitch." And he's like, "Where's my grandson?
Oh,
You're not
Definitely a
so
kids
tough without
movie.
your car, are you?" I love that movie.
me too. Oh, fun times. What about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? That movie was
Oh,
fucking creepy. Is
yeah.
the kid with the
Pretty
Oompa
fun.
Loompas and just it
Terrifying.
was weird vibe to it.
Yeah.
That could definitely be a horror movie, yeah. And there's
Gene
like children
Wilder.
in the chocolate or something, like really creepy, yeah.
Yeah. Going through
Yeah.
the tube and yeah. All them playing music and Gene Wilder's just having a blast in this role.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wonka as a horror movie. That would be great.
That's what we
Would Tim
really want to
Burton
see.
direct it or someone else?
Not Tim Burton. Hmm.
I was thinking Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. That's definitely, yeah. That's
Definitely.
on a lot of lists for sure.
Nightcrawler too.
Yep. Nightcrawler could definitely be considered one.
Ooh, I got a good one. I just thought of. You got one, Henry?
No, I'm still thinking. Go ahead.
One that just came to mind from being a kid. Never Ending Story. That movie creeped me out too. With all the goblins and creatures and stuff. Belcor.
Yeah, labeled as a fantasy, but yeah, some of the creatures are definitely freaky. I know
Yeah.
if I was a little kid watching it for the first, I just thought of one Coraline, that
Yeah.
animated one
I like that
from
movie.
2009. Yeah,
That's a good one.
We were thinking about movies to watch with Nolan, and then I went back and I was like, let me watch a trailer. I can't remember if this one will be good to let a 6-year-old watch. And no, there's a
You
lot
know
of
what movie?
dark stuff in that.
You know what movie your kids might like is Monster House. That was a good one from back in the day.
Monster House. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch
Yep.
that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really good. And Steve Buscemi plays the old man. Get off my lawn. Yeah.
How about Joaquin Phoenix's performance, especially from Joker, just like how twisted he is in that. He's, obviously he kills De Niro's character at the end. There's some horror in there. Joker.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, American History X.
Yeah, that movie scared me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
Pretty
saw that as a
horrific.
kid, and I'm like, yeah, creepy. They used to play it on FX all the time.
Even the beginning of Full Metal Jacket, where they're in boot camp and Private Pile ends up going crazy. Fucking kills him in the bathroom. Kills Private
Yeah,
Pile
and
in
your
the
major malfunction.
yeah.
What's up, Bob?
Hey,
What's going
Bob.
on, Bob? We were waiting for you. You made it. Looks like
Yeah,
you're in a weed shop or something. It looks smoky
a
and like
little bit,
there's
right?
yeah.
It used to be better. I don't know what's going on with it now. I'm just gonna do that.
Children of the Corn. There we go. Now
There you
it's
go.
clear. Now it's good.
Yeah, the
We're,
green screen and stuff works usually, but I don't know why it didn't come on this time. Yeah, it got the whole row and stuff like that. And my children are over there, so it works.
Hey, you got
Perfect.
Malachi over there? Or?
Ugh, you have no idea.
We're on like the fifth question on our agenda here. What you've been watching, what we're excited for coming out?
I'm gonna watch Slaughterhouse this weekend. The horror movie with the killer sloth.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. Yeah, I saw that online. Nice.
I'm gonna watch that. I've been watching a lot of horror movies. Like Last Voyage of the Demeter, Talk to Me, Boogeyman. All actually really good. I liked Talk to Me was fantastic.
Nice.
I saw Boogeyman too. I liked it. And I
Boogeyman,
was just telling them earlier, there's a movie, It Lives Inside, that's like Boogeyman, but it's like Neon that's doing it, the company Neon.
huh? I mean, I'll give it. It was an interesting take on a horror movie. It just wasn't something I was expecting. Last Voyage of the Demeter was I thought that was amazing.
Fuck yeah. I
Oh
loved
yeah.
it.
We liked
If
it a lot.
You
Loved
got
it.
to see Dracula hunt people. He's pounding on the things, stuff like that. It worked really well.
A lot of suspense in that too. A lot of good kill scenes.
And that
Mhm.
final scene too, I was
Mhm.
done. As soon as that happened, I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Isn't Dr. Dre in that movie? The actor who played
Yeah.
Dr. Dre? My wording is awful.
I was like, he might have been.
Wait, he was?
He was the guy who played Dracula. Got it. Yeah. No, I'm almost on season 2 of The Bear because I'm really far behind, and I just finished La Brea season 2. If that's not the world's most guiltiest pleasure, I don't know what it like. It's like Lost. I know it's not going to go anywhere you want it to go, and the CGI is terrible, but it's kind of it's one of those things where you're just like, yeah, it's on.
Is that the earthquake one?
Yeah, where
Okay.
everyone like goes into the tar pit and there's all these sinkholes and then everything happens, and it's a fun, I want to not have to think about stuff show, because if you think
Yeah.
about the stuff that's happening in the show, it's over.
Nice.
Did you see
And
the trailer for Thanksgiving, Bob?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, as soon as he
Mhm.
left, anything Eli Roth makes or anything, I'm gonna see it.
No, I'm excited for it because it's been like 16 years. So I still remember the trailer, remember the trampoline and the knife. And I'm like, I still remember that.
it's gonna be opening night viewing of that movie
Oh yeah.
when it
That
comes
coming
out.
out. What day is that coming out?
Maybe Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I have to.
Let's see. I have it here. November,
23rd, 24th.
and the winner is November 17th.
Oh,
Opening
Week
up with
before.
the Hunger Games. Yes.
cool. Comes on November 17th, the week before Thanksgiving. But hell, you can watch it on Thanksgiving if you want.
Right.
You're all bloated and go see a movie.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling. I love that.
Your sweatpants, a recliner.
Yeah.
I have that feeling right
So-
now. We went and had Italian food all night, and
Yeah.
I hit that part where you're just like, I hate myself. This is on me, and this is nobody else's fault. But
yeah.
Bob, did you hear about No One Will Save You on Hulu?
so I'm hearing all this stuff about it. I was unaware it was a thing. It was that good. Look,
Oh, we watched it last
Nobody-
night. So good.
really, I canceled so many of my subscription services. I'm like, all right, I'm done. And
Not
I'll-
Hulu.
huh?
Not Hulu. Come
I
on.
got, man, Disney and Hulu were like, hey, we're gonna bump you up to $18 a month. I was like, for what?
Yeah.
No. So I just went just to Disney and stuff. But my buddy
Yeah.
next door has Hulu. I'll check it out. I like anything. It looked great.
suspenseful scenes on the edge of your seat, a lot of creepy ass sounds and no dialogue. Yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I think people forget how terrifying UFO movies were. Like,
Do you remember
Yeah.
Fire in the Sky?
I was just gonna say it. I have it on DVD.
Oh, hell
It's like-
yes.
I remember the first time watching that. I couldn't sleep right for a while, you know?
Me too. Yep.
And
Yeah.
then here's another old one. Do you remember the movie The Invaders?
Yes, I do.
Man, that girl's sitting there trying to sleep in bed and the lights are going and it's like a utility truck and she goes out there and she calls like a ComEd and, hey, your guys are out here making this. And they said, yeah, we got no one in that area. She looks back out the window. All of them are staring at her and they start walking through the walls.
Yes, yeah, that's
Oh.
super unsettling.
Yeah. And she gets
Yeah.
the nosebleed and it's because they put a little tracking thing in her and it spikes anytime she gets upset.
Yep. Memory
And then-
unlocked.
Yeah, right? Like that movie was great. And then The Fourth Kind. I thought The Fourth Kind was extremely underrated. It's still a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
they
are
got
great.
sued for making
You're gonna
it.
love this. Yeah.
You're gonna love it, yeah.
If you like those, you're gonna really dig it, especially the first 30 minutes. I mean, I was legit scared watching it. So yeah, report back to us after you watch that.
Has a
Absolutely.
little vibe of M. Night Signs too.
Bro,
Yeah, I can
yeah, I
feel it.
forgot. I forgot that's a UFO type alien movie. Yeah.
Especially the sounds of the aliens, like reminded me of Signs, which is creepy as hell.
But like, yeah. Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
I started
I-
watching What We Do in the Shadows. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know why that popped in my
great.
mind. I
Yeah.
love the movie, so I was like, yeah, I'll start watching the show now. Again, completely late to the jam, you know.
Keeps going strong. They keep renewing it too. So it'll be, I think, 5th season just wrapped up. So yeah, it's great. And wait till you see the guest stars that they get. If you just started it, they get some amazing actors on there.
It's, you know what? I feel like that. I don't know if that was brought into a topic. I can't remember the agenda off the top of my head, but like the writer's strike and what it's doing to a lot of these shows we love and stuff that are like getting canceled now or no longer seem viable. Like Amazon did that with League of Their Own. Got renewed real
Yeah.
fast. I thought it was a good show, and then you know what? We're not doing it. And off, you know.
Yeah, winning
They
time.
canceled Wonder Years, the reboot too.
Yeah.
I like that show.
I didn't watch it, but
Either.
it was just I already lived the Wonder Years. I don't know if I'm going to go back and see it from a different point of view. I'm going to be looking for Kevin the whole time. Yeah, the cops were in real life too, so that's a good one. But no, they canceled. Winning Season. That was ridiculous because that show was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
What's
it
it
was
called?
just getting good too. Winning time.
Winning Time. Thank you.
Yeah, winning
I'm like
time.
winning season. Like, is that it? Yeah, winning time.
They had a couple winning seasons in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really odd that, well, these are spoilers, which doesn't make a big difference. They lose a basketball game, but it's one of the seasons where they lose the last game, and that's where they end the series at. And you could tell that they filmed that little segment at the end just to stick on there in case it got canceled. So it just ends like them losing. But then they do a little montage to explain where everybody went from there and what happened.
Yeah, but like they just painted the Celtics to be the world's biggest assholes.
Yes,
And
I know.
You
There's so
hate
much
them.
more
You
there.
hate Larry Bird, and then you see
Kevin
them
McHale.
win, and then they cancel it. It's just like,
Yeah, damn it.
Although
yes.
I'll be honest, when they did the Kevin McHale, Kurt Rambis foul, that whole thing, I popped.
That was awesome
for it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
Who played Kevin McHale? Did they actually look like him?
I mean, scrawny.
Close enough.
Yeah, like scrawny white guy. Like he wasn't a main character. None of the Celtics except for Bird was a main character.
Right.
And even when it comes to the Lakers, it was Kareem and like maybe 2 other people, but you never got bald Kareem either, which was weird.
No. Yeah, no. Balding. Like he had like the bald spot on the back of the head. But yeah, no, fully bald. Yeah. There's a ton of potential, and Pat Riley at that point on the team had just taken control, and it was Adrian Brody doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, he acted the shit out of that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And John C. Reilly was good as Dr. Buss.
Yes, he was. That was one of his best roles for sure.
It's funny that Will Ferrell and Adam McKay had a falling out over this.
Movie's based on SNL sketch. That's where he left off.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World
Yes.
and Blues Brothers.
Yes, the two Illinois staples right there.
Absolutely.
Classics. What's the worst?
Ugh.
Oh boy, the worst. That's
Pat.
It's Pat.
oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Pat or Stuart Saves His Family.
Yes, those are terrible. Forgot about those.
Pat could have worked
Awful.
though, honestly. If they would have make Pat today and it's about like trying to find your true identity and stuff like that, especially with like the LGBTQ stuff. If it were to come out today and with a better writer, it could work.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, they could make that work. Just as long as Amy Schumer stays away from it.
Well, that's not going to happen. Now you're asking too much.
You know what? Only if Amy Schumer's Pat. It's the only
way. Is
way.
that a banana in your pants? Or are you happy to see me? Actually, it's a banana. That's all.
She could
I just remember that from. Yeah, rubbing the belly.
And then he walks up to a stripper. Oh, it's hot in here. And then he walks up to the air conditioning and he lowers it down or something. I'm like, okay, that was stupid.
Because even Superstar, Night at the Roxbury, those were all freaking hilarious.
Coneheads.
Yeah, Coneheads.
Coneheads.
Yeah.
What about The Ladies Man? Did you guys like that one?
The Ladies Man. Yeah, that was pretty good too. I did enjoy that one.
Fish sandwich.
Bob,
Tim
you're
Meadows.
missing one. I'm surprised you didn't say it. You said it so many times.
Which one?
MacGruber.
MacGruber. MacGruber. Did you finish the new series?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you need to watch the series. It's actually pretty decent.
Is it?
Pretty funny. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What's up?
Is Ryan Phillippe in the series?
He's in the series, yeah.
I think it's supposed to come back at all?
Yes, I think they allude to that again. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Best distraction method.
Yeah, I could forget a carrot in a guy's ass. That was like the funniest thing. I actually have some carrots in the refrigerator.
Well, let us know how that goes later.
Yeah, I'll text you midnight.
While you're watching No One Will Save Us, you can do that on the side to get you to stop thinking about those damn aliens.
Now, my kind of party. Now you're talking, Henry.
There you go.
Rectal produce is the only thing for a palate cleanser after a scary movie. Well, that's a good name for a band too. Rectal produce.
Rectal produce.
Come
I like
on.
it. That's good.
I actually spoke to a band earlier. They're called the Barefoot Mailman. Just thought that was an interesting name.
That's an interesting one.
And Bob, did you see Dumb Money?
Not yet. I want to.
Okay. I just got out of that, and Logan saw it too. We might review it.
Was it good though?
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, way better than I thought it'd be. Paul Dano killed it.
He's on a. I'm hoping between this and Batman and stuff like that, he's been a good actor, but I'm kind of hoping he gets put in more things.
He was in the Spielberg movie,
Fablemans.
The Fablemans. Yeah.
I haven't watched that at all.
Watch it. You'll like
it was good. It was good. Yeah.
What was the one with Margot Robbie and like Babylon? I think it was Babylon. I can't get behind that one. That one looked terrible.
Nah. We can confirm that it indeed was of epic proportions.
Good,
but it was cool. Like the scenes were grandiose. You can say it looked better than the movie. The movie was a turd, but it looked great.
These people that I know one time they came
shit.
to me, and they were like, "Niall, we know you like movies. You're gonna love Babylon." And I'm like, "Okay."
Like, nope.
So did you watch it, or did you just say no?
I didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe one day I will, but
yeah,
it looks nice if you want to look at something.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Not much more. A rare misfire for Chazelle. Paul Dano was in a Showtime series with Benicio del Toro that was really good. Ben Stiller directed it. Patricia Arquette was in it. It was about there were a couple prisoners that escaped.
Oh yeah. The one based on a true story about the woman who let them out.
Yeah,
having
Dana
an
Mora,
affair.
something Dana Mora.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good too. So yeah, Paul Dano, it's excellent actor.
They're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd recommend Dumb Money. It's worth a watch. You'll laugh.
It is.
You'll cry. You'll clap. You'll yell out loud.
It's worth every dollar.
It is.
One thing with
Yeah.
Paul Dano, I know it's random, but he always looks moist. You notice that?
Mhm.
Like he looks
He's always
a little wet.
sweaty.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. But it works. Like with the Riddler, like with that, like being sweaty and looking sneaky, it just works.
Yeah. Yeah, but like also like you ever watch something on TV and go, "Oh, I can smell that guy." Paul Dano as the Riddler. Every time he sat down, I'm like, I've sat next to people like this. Just
Smells like BO and yeah.
BO, possibly patchouli or some odd smoke that has emanated onto him.
His vape pen.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He's got 3 different ones. They're all different colors and all different things in them.
Yeah. Another actor like that's Shia LaBeouf. He just looks like he smells all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well, he does.
shower.
Remember Brad Pitt said he did on that movie, Fury.
Fury.
Doesn't surprise me. He looks like he never showers.
Was it you who told me he had a baby with Mia Goth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that until recently. They look like they go together though.
Well,
Yeah.
they both
Yeah.
look sweaty all the time. No, that'd be Paul
Which
Dano. Mia Goth always looks like she's sweating.
Mhm.
My girlfriend sent me a thing. It was just Pearl dancing with the scarecrow. And she goes, what is this? I said, "Oh, it's a movie Pearl." She's like, does the scarecrow come alive right there? I was like, look, I'll tell you what happens. I don't think you're gonna want to watch it. But like she's not into any kind of jump scares or anything like that. I was like, all right, yeah. No.
Not to sound crazy or anything, but I saw Scarecrow the other day, and I'm like, I thought of that scene.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, they did a good job. She starts making out with it. I was like, yeah, that's so there's a person under there for sure. Hopefully we get
that method.
Yeah, probably that too. Hopefully the Maxine trailer is out soon-ish. I'd like to see something because it's supposedly all shot. It's finished back in May. So maybe they're just waiting for the writer's strike to finish up.
And Bob, did you see A Haunting in Venice?
I want to. But again, it's another thing that I want to see and like nobody else wants to. I'm like, all right, I'll go to the movies myself. I'll just
Well, if you see it, let me know what you think, because I was telling Logan, if they lean in just to the horror just a little bit more, that would have been the best horror movie this year.
Really?
Which is not saying much.
No, that's saying a lot because this year had some good, like I said, Talk to Me was freaking amazing. I don't know if other people felt it. Like I loved it, and the ending sequence was like the last 10 minutes were not even 10, like maybe the last 5 minutes were really fucked up. I enjoyed. Did you see that one now?
I did. I thought it was okay, but I know you might disagree. Just a little overhyped, just in my opinion.
Yeah, same here. I feel the same. Overhyped.
See, I heard a bunch of things about it, and then I just kind of like people stopped talking about it, and I waited a bit, and then I saw it. I liked it a lot because I didn't know where it was going. You know, like sometimes they're like Insidious, like 2 and 3. After a while, you're like, all right, I know where we're headed. Like this movie, I felt lost. I kind of dug that. Doesn't happen often.
Like it's one of the better movies. Just when they hype something up so much, I think that kind of takes away from it.
That was me with Lost in Translation. Some people, you gotta watch it. I was like, oh, I don't know why I was supposed to care. It was all right, but Last Voyage to Midnight, like that was a really decent horror movie.
I need to see that one. I'm gonna see that one soon.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I thought Talk to Me was really good. Wait, Henry, did you see it?
Yes.
So my thing I liked was the fact that one, I don't know if she jumped or was pushed.
Oh, right. at the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if
that's
she.
kind of up in the air. Yeah, exactly.
And
Makes you
then
think.
and then when she was walking around and lights were turning off, I looked at my buddy, and when it started to get dark, I said, "Someone's gonna light a candle, and she's now on the other side of it." He's like, "That would be fucking." And then you watch it, and it's like, "That's awesome." Like I
Yeah.
really liked that part of it.
It definitely hit some good. Yeah, definitely hit some good in there. And I was looking at Spirit yesterday to see if they were selling that hand as a prop. And I saw something online that they are somewhere. They're selling like selling the wooden hand. So you can pick that up.
No,
Has all the writing
I
all
want
over
one
it.
of those. Yeah, that would just be fun to have as a random thing. Have people
Sit around.
write on it just like that was in the movie.
Put your gloves on it during the winter.
Just the wet ones, the one that you used with the scraper.
Another overhyped horror movie was, for me at least, Skinamarink. I thought that was
Oh,
overhyped.
for sure.
Yeah.
The movie
Yeah.
sucked. That was
Mhm.
painful to get through. It was just like looking
Yeah.
at the fucking ceiling the whole time.
Yeah,
The stinker.
I saw the things out there for it, and I was like, oh, I watched Deadcast. Deadstream. That's what it's called. Deadstream. It was just a Shudder original, and it was like kind of comedy horror. Yeah, I thought it was fucking funny as hell because this guy, like, he's a streamer, all this, and then he gets canceled, but they never say for what. They just like randomly people will be like, "Yeah, you had a hell of an apology to do," or "Hey, you really paid those people off." Like, but it's only a guy with the camera facing at him, and every once and again, comments will start going up like it's a live feed from Twitch or whatever. But like he's trying to do it because he fell off and he decides he's afraid of ghosts, so he's going to go into this house, and you can watch the stream and donate and all that stuff, and this is how he's going to get back. And the entire time, whenever he starts thinking about something, you see him look, and then on the screen they start seeing all the comments of like, "Say goodbye to this subscriber." He's like, "Fine, I'm doing it, and I thought it was funny as hell. One of the best, but certainly not the worst. That and Slacks is one of the ones on my list. It's where genes are killing people. It's another Shudder exclusive.
We were talking about Goosebumps earlier. You're gonna watch that?
Oh
The
yeah,
Disney Plus version, yeah.
yeah, with Justin Long. Yeah. The boys are stoked for it because we've watched the movies a million times. So
Oh yeah, same
Have
here.
they seen the old ones from the 90s?
yeah, we've watched a couple of those. They're not into it, but on Paramount Plus they have the old "Are You Afraid of the Dark?"
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
okay.
I was watching a few of those.
That's awesome.
I'm going to be doing a rewatch of Tales from the Crypt. I have
Good
all
call.
7 seasons.
Wow.
I wish
That's cool.
I wish HBO Max had that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why
all the
don't
stuff
they?
they
Yeah,
had.
it's on H.
Yeah.
It was HBO show. Come on.
I don't think they have like any of the ones from back then. Like there was Dream On and Arliss. Oz is on there. My buddy's starting to watch Oz again. I don't think he ever finished it, and that's why he's doing it. Told him it ended poorly, but still the ride's great.
I
24
feel like there's
movies.
The movie
Yeah.
Pie is too complicated to enjoy.
Yeah. Yes.
We're saying a lot of Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah,
Compli-
Tenet for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, they can kind of rewind things. That's how made myself get through it. Any further,
Inception? Oh,
it would fall
Tenet?
apart. Yeah, Tenet.
I never watched it.
Yeah, if somebody has to write a college thesis for me to understand the movie, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of too much for me.
Exactly. Terry Gilliam movies like 12 Monkeys. That's kind of one that is pretty complicated, I'd have to say. Anybody see Cloud Atlas, the Wachowskis?
I saw it for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Tom Hanks." Oh, Tom Hanks.
He always brings that up in interviews as like one of his most enjoyable ones, and I'm like, movies out there. Enemy could be one on that. We mentioned that one for horror. That's a pretty, it's pretty complicated in itself. You guys, Darren Aronofsky, The Fountain.
That's a good
Never
one.
seen that.
Was that the one with ScarJo?
No.
No, that was the
no.
island. The fountain is
Ra-
the Hugh Jackman one.
Rachel
Yeah,
Weisz
Rachel Weisz and Hugh.
and
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah, it came out like
Mhm.
2006-ish, if I remember correctly. It's good. It's out there.
Yeah.
Fountain of Youth.
Scorsese, you could say Shutter Island, like especially watching it the first time. By the end, you kind of put it together, of course. But I remember watching it the first time. I was like, don't completely comprehend this. Of course, now I do. I've watched it several times, but
And it was another good chance for us to see Mark Ruffalo.
yeah,
The
exactly.
duly appointed
federal marshal.
marshals.
Marshals. 2001: A Space Odyssey is pretty complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kubrick.
Yeah, it is.
Kubrick in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut is more than all of it.
Yeah.
I've only watched it once and I was just like, I don't get it. I'm done. But I figured Kubrick was already done at that point. He had already lost his mind. And
Mhm.
while not extremely complex per se, but What Dreams May Come is remember that when Robin Williams dies, and
Yeah.
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 I always liked the movie. One of the few, I guess. But yeah, I always thought that was complex on how he was going through the different stages of heaven and death and stuff like that.
Birthday themed horror. I mean,
Slumber Party Massacre.
of course, that's one I thought of.
Yeah.
Just the
Happy Death
poster.
Day.
Happy Death Day. Happy Birthday to Me, a 1980s slasher.
What
Yeah,
about
that was-
April's Fool? I know it was April Fool's Day, but wasn't it on one of their birthdays?
Pretty sure that's the one with Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah,
Young
many
Brad
years
Pitt.
ago.
Happy Death Day. Those are good.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
That was the one I thought of.
I only saw the first one. I was told that it doesn't matter to watch the second one because it's the same thing.
Pretty much. It's nothing really different compared to the first one.
But I thought the first one was great.
Me too. I like the actress. She was good.
Jessica Roth.
There you go.
I don't know. I just heard Kevin whispering that in my ear. He'd know. Yeah. It's like a kid
Yeah.
thing. Jessica Roth. I figured he'd say that right then.
He would. He'd have had it right then and there.
Yeah.
Trying to think other movies that are complex, but yeah, as I'm looking at the final picture from The Shining, it was complex as hell back in the day. I mean, it's still
Yes.
rough, but maybe it's the age in which you watch it. There's a book out called Behind the Screens, and it's the layout of all these famous movie and television apartments or homes or whatever.
Mhm.
And I said, there's only one I need, and that's the Overlook Hotel from The Shining, because people have pointed out all of the many flaws, or how when Jack walks in, he should not be able to see the outside in that office, considering where they walk to. Just that's what I'd want. The other ones I don't care. There were like 7 different Friends things, and I was like, nah.
Could Child's Play be considered birthday horror? Because didn't Andy want the doll for his birthday?
No, I think that was Christmas.
Was it Christmas? Okay.
Possibly. I'm trying to remember.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I think it's Christmas. I'm pretty sure it's Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
man,
like
I
how-
didn't realize Child's Play is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, technically.
Because they're all trying to get the good guy doll around the holidays. Back then didn't have the internet, so they're all going to stores and shit. Pretty sure of it.
Here we go. Child's Play 1988. Andy is celebrating his 6th birthday
Okay.
and
damn
really
it.
wants a good guy doll for his
Oh.
present.
I just totally had Mandela effects of something that never happened.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I think you're thinking of the new one, because Audrey Plaza worked in the store, got a defect one from someone, and that was the height that you were talking about, the Cabbage Patch doll type height that was back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Not so much
It was his
Mandela.
birthday.
Yeah, it was
I know
birthday.
my shit.
Good job.
A documentary about the making of that called Life.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the poster. It has yeah, I saw the poster. Brad Dourif and Fiona are in it. Oh no, I'll check that out.
Yeah, me too.
As long as he's in it, I mean, like, this was his baby.
Yeah. Yes.
I still like the reboot, don't get me wrong. I thought that was a cool take on it.
Pretty cool.
People got mad about it, and then everyone was fine with the movie Megan out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same damn thing.
Yeah, we already did this. Yes. Season 4, I guess Chucky's going to be going into the White House, it looks like.
What?
A couple of the previous, yeah, and Devin Sawa is in it again as the president.
You want Devin
shit,
Sawa to just pop up in everything now.
Yes, exactly. I haven't watched too many trailers on that, so I don't know if those annoying kids are back, but they haven't leaned in on them on the previews anyway. And it's coming out
Jake's punchable
next
face.
week. Yeah, exactly. Gosh,
I couldn't finish the second season. It's on Peacock, so I will, but
yeah,
sometimes I'm just like, shit. The first season was so much fun, and then that the punchable faces came in. I was like, all right, that's great.
There should be more birthday themed horror though, like Happy Death Day and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's one of the incredibly niche. But now I'm going to look up just to see because I can't think of anything.
Well, I meant 16 Candles. I can't believe they forgot my fucking birthday. But is it horror? Kind of.
That could actually be a
there's horrors in it.
Candles.
Yeah.
There's
Happy
horrors
Birthday
in it.
to Me. Is that the one you brought up?
The what?
Happy Birthday to Me.
Yes.
One 1981. All right.
Yes. It's a good one.
All right. Now we're going to find out what they had. Oh, there was 81 was a big one for Bloody Birthdays. So you had Happy Birthday to Me and then Bloody Birthday.
Sound like some grindhouse B movie shit.
Yeah, for some reason my soul to take is a
Wait, that's a birthday?
My Super Psycho Sweet 16. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just part 1 of the trilogy that this was. Frogs, Child's Play. Oh, The Omen.
Oh yeah, they're celebrating his birthday. Okay.
That's when the nun jumps off the roof.
It's all for you, Damien. It fucking jumps. Oh man, I forgot all about that. Great scene. Great scene.
I don't know why they're saying Friday the 13th. Doesn't ring to me.
Is this a real list or like a Reddit list?
IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Last House on the Left to me is not a
No.
not the genre of horror I think of. Deadly Birthday Party. Apparently there was a movie called that. God, there's a lot of terrible. What is this movie? Rabid Grannies. It was in the 80s too. All right, Logan, we'll have to get together and watch this one.
So there's like a raccoon bite grandma, now she has rabies?
Oh, just there. No, it was it was they fall victim to a curse. Because in the movie the first big disaster is at an old man's birthday.
I don't know if that really counts though.
Nah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, everyone has Child's Play. You nailed that one now. Yeah, and The Omen.
Omen is a good one.
Oh, House on Haunted Hill. It's her birthday while they're all at the place.
Oh, okay. Don't think of that at all.
I don't think many people think of that movie. I didn't mind it. That was in that sweet spot of horror movies where you had that, The Haunting,
Ghost Ship,
Ghosts, Ghost Ship.
Ghosts.
Ghost Ship is one of those poor movies that opened so cool and it couldn't keep up with that pace. Like,
Exactly.
you cut half of a crowd in half. You're not following that. That
Exactly.
the House of Wax remake. God, there are a lot of terrible ones then too.
Texas Chainsaw remake too came out around that time.
Yeah, that was the one with Jessica Biel. I liked that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
was
can't stand.
2003.
Yeah, I can't stand any of the other ones. The one just
They
called
had
Texas Chainsaw. No,
what about the one with the beginning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning?
I didn't like the beginning. I liked Leatherface.
Hmm.
That was, I mean, it wasn't great, but it was good.
Compared to what would come out after.
Huh?
Compared to what would come out after,
But
yeah.
Mhm.
oh, dude, even Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 even has a special place in my heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
It was
They're
over the
not
top.
great.
It was insane, but it was still great.
To me, Leatherface is the weakest of like the horror icons.
I could see, I don't know. Like, I mean, he's the most human one because
He's
Michael
just a fat
Myers.
boy with a chainsaw. It's
Yeah.
like even I like at this point, like Freddy, obviously, Ghostface, Scream. It's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of just there.
Mhm.
He's good in the Mortal Kombat games though.
Well, now I'm trying to think, like, who would you rather try to face, try to get away from at least? Leatherface or Ghost? Well, I guess it's different with Ghostface for every time.
I don't know. Yeah. Leatherface is just a big dude though. Like would, strong probably. So he has that advantage.
Ah, especially if he's in his Pretty Woman makeup.
Yes.
Yeah. You have that image coming at you. Although that was my favorite scene in the one with Jessica Biel when Leatherface turns around and he's wearing her friend's face. Oh, I thought that was great.
Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to next podcast. Let's do because it'll be a Halloween themed as it is. Should do a who would win like bracket.
A good idea. Yeah.
Like we'll have like just random killers like the sleepaway camp. Hey, the transgender sleepaway camp.
Next up, comic book character that's been treated the worst in live action.
Can I say why I added that in there?
Yeah, sure.
I was rewatching the Spider-Man movies, the MCU Spider-Man movies, and our Spider-Man in the MCU could actually be a little bit better. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but he's not the worst. But that's why I thought about the topic.
Oh, like if it wasn't for Toby, or if it wasn't, well, Toby was really good. Andrew Garfield had his, yeah. Because people, when your favorite is still someone who's not the person on there,
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
he looks the most like Spider-Man, but I'm not going from looks. I'm going from a performance, and I'm like, yes, Tobey Maguire to me is still Spider-Man. Actually, he's still Peter Parker to me the most.
Me too. I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the classic. He's what you picture when you think of the movie for sure.
That was movies
look.
changed the game. Back in the
That was,
2000s.
yeah.
That was it. And then from there, opened up doors for a lot of other studios and characters.
One of my childhood favorites, and I still love that movie. But as far as the worst goes, oh, Elektra.
Mm.
oh
Yeah, I forgot about
Pretty
that.
terrible. Yeah. And she's going to be in the new Daredevil too. So it'll be or not Daredevil, the new
Cool.
Deadpool. Yeah, there you go. And Daredevil will probably be in there too, I'm sure.
Yeah, Bob, I don't know if you know this, but I think they're going to do for the third Deadpool movie, they're going to do Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but it'll be the Sony Marvel universe.
that'd be so cool.
What about the Fox ones? The Fox characters.
Yeah, get rid of them too, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, they're sold out of the head. They have the drink container. I don't think the eyes light up on that. No, they don't.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, you can get the popcorn one or one that's just for your drink.
They have one that it's just the face on that doesn't work. It's just the face on a TV. Popcorn bucket. I'll have
So I
to
guess they
keep,
have more variety online.
yeah, and a backlog of like certain movies. Like the Barbie stuff, which is there.
What do they have, a Barbie one? Like a Barbie and Ken head?
No,
Uh,
they have just a B for Barbie.
okay.
When I went and saw it, they have these drink koozies that were like inflatable, like flamingos. You just pull them up and they'd float in your pool.
It's funny.
The Blue Beetle scarab thing is I thought that was cool.
Even though some Barbie head would be nice, kind of set yourself up for that, Henry.
Thank you.
I mean, if you
I'll
have to
take
pay
that.
for it.
I am Ken off. We're gonna have a beach off later.
They had some Paw Patrol stuff for you guys with kids. I don't know if you guys are interested in that.
They have superpowers now.
Thankfully, my
I
son's
guess.
outgrown that franchise.
Yeah, mine's too old for it now. It used to.
But there's a new movie coming out next week, though. I guess the second one. We watched the first one together.
Yeah, we saw the first one, and then this new one, thankfully, is.
Yeah, my son wouldn't even know about it if I didn't tell him there was a new one. I was like, "Hey, there's a new one. Are you interested?" And he's like, "Nah, not really into Paw Patrol anymore, Dad." All right, good enough for me.
How old's your
Yeah,
guy?
just
How
get me.
old's your little one?
6.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You'll be on to beer soon in no time.
No kidding. He was we were watching football earlier and the Exorcist preview came on. And he was trying to look over me because I was like, "Hey, you don't want to see this one." He's like trying to look. Funny. I was like, "Yeah, a couple more years when it's not going to terrify you. We'll watch some of the classics."
I'm so excited for that. I'm seeing that movie as close to opening day as I can.
It's David Gordon Greenbaugh. That's the only thing that has us concerned, or at least me concerned.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
know.
concerning.
But Reagan's mom showed up when I wasn't expecting it. Now I'm all, what's going to happen next?
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl screaming, "Body in the blood, body in the blood." I mean, that's metal as shit. That should be a fade in from any Rob Zombie song,
Right.
or Cardi B. I'm not saying one's better than the other. She could make a song called "Body in the Blood" and it'd be a hit.
What about She-Hulk?
I liked She-Hulk. I really enjoy. I like this run of her. I mean, if not for Jason Momoa, I'd say Aquaman or anyone else who was featured in Smallville's like Justice League that they did, because Cyborg was trash in that. And I mean, in Justice League, it wasn't exactly the best. I don't know. Not terrible. It's just, I guess it's just a personal preference of like, that's not Vic Stone that I've read about, the New 52 Vic Stone type.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Niall, I got Flashpoint Beyond. Have you read
Really? Okay. No, not yet.
I grabbed that, DC versus Zombies, a bunch of these.
I'm reading Big Game right now by Mark Miller, his little Miller universe coming together.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'm so far behind on comics, it's ridiculous right now. Although apparently they're going to try to build off more from Last Ronin, so.
Oh, nice. And Logan, this is what I was just showing you the other day. Wolverine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
How is the story? Pretty awesome.
I haven't read it yet. I always buy more comics than I can get to, but
yeah.
Then I got Red Sonja.
I love the fact that they still do Red Sonja's covers like that. Like
I
it
know.
wasn't dated yet. Back in the early 90s, it was like heavily airbrushed and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of a decent like grab for that. Green Lantern doesn't get the right love. I mean, Ryan Reynolds was fine, and I think they mentioned him. Well, in Justice League, they show a lantern and stuff like that. I feel like that's a better hero than what they're giving it power to. Martian Manhunter was freaking amazing. I'm really upset we didn't get more of that.
And the Snyder version.
Yeah.
When Ben Affleck literally wakes up out of bed and he's just there at the door.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't woken up with just a alien outside your door.
And he was just like posing and he's like, oh, I'm here if you need me. And Ben Affleck's like, all right, thanks. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yeah,
I'm
in
sorry,
my
I still
all
can't get over
glass
that.
bedroom. It's all
Yeah.
windows.
Jeez.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sleep soundly with the sun and everything out right now. No, nothing's needed. I'm Batman.
But
It
first,
was good.
somebody
I
give
just
me
didn't like
some
the
Dunkin'.
introduction.
I think Martian Manhunter would be cool in. It'd be awesome in a movie. I think the character is really good. I'm cautiously optimistic with James Gunn's direction, though. Like, I loved the Suicide Squad. I liked what he did with that. I can't fully believe he was behind any part of Blue Beetle. Like maybe the pacing or something, but
Nah, I
like
don't think he was.
it was made before he was announced.
That announced. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but then he was like, "Yeah, this is my first character that is formally being put in."
Yeah. I think he knows he's going to use the character. That's
Yeah, I feel like he's lying, honestly.
Or that's why they're bringing Ted Corden. We're just gonna get Ted in.
And I'm so confused because his Peacemaker and Suicide Squad, he's like, no, that's not part of the new universe. But yet they're still keeping Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. So I'm like, what are they rebooting and what are they keeping? It's a little confusing.
I don't like Gal Gadot staying on as Wonder Woman. If you're rebooting everything, reboot everything.
And reboot it, yeah.
Go younger. Get what's her name?
Alexandria Deckard or whatever.
Yeah, the girl from White Lotus and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her as Wonder Woman would be great.
Oh, Daddario. Yeah, the one with the blue eyes. Could see it. Younger version.
She'd be. I mean, I think she'd be really good. I mean, we're getting obscure Green Lantern. Like, come on. I'm stoked for that. They need to stop making these audio versions because they're doing a Riddler one now. It's like, man, I listened to the Wasteland series, part of it, and I just got lost with it. I could do it sometimes I can't. Well, I don't have it here. It must still be at work. But I had brought in a bunch of Exorcist books into work because it's a book on the whole phenomenon that was the Exorcist movies and all that. It was pretty cool. Then Grady Hendrix, he's a horror author. I have all of his they gave us a little spree paperbacks from hell. He has a book where it talks about all the paperback horror books, back in the day. And then more people are writing them. We need more horror books.
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
I don't just real quick. Is anyone really on board with this I Am Legend Part 2? Like, I mean, I don't like it's not just because it's Will Smith, but like, do we need that? Like that story was told. Like that.
No, we don't need it.
No.
Bob, do you know anything about this book called Playground Horror, I think it's called?
Playground Horror?
Yeah, it's by Aaron. I can't pronounce his last name, Beauregard, but apparently it's like a big deal in like the horror community for people who like read horror books. Let me show you the cover. Not sure if you can tell. Might be a glare.
I just found it here. Let me see if I can.
Some people are just saying it's like really fucked up and weird.
Yeah, I'm actually
I mean,
sending it to the person in charge of ordering at the store.
even the cover looks weird. It's like a slide filled
Full
with
of guts.
guts. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have there's a couple books that I found at other stores. I'm like, we don't have this one, and one of them is a Choose Your Own Adventure Stranger Things book for kids.
What do you mean for kids? I would get that right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not it's a young reader, not a young adult or anything. Although the lines are really blurred right now between what would be classified as young adult as opposed to standard adult. I don't know.
Well, I want to get it before they ban more books.
Yeah, the amount of people that came in and bought Dr. Seuss books, like when that first thing came out, it was insane. Like, everybody's like, "Hey, did you hear they're calling it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Charlie or whatever?" I was like, "No, they haven't changed a freaking thing. Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, they're gonna do this." I was like, they didn't though. Like, I get the books. There's none of those out there.
That reminds me, online, some like news people are running with they're gonna make a Grinch 2, and I keep seeing it pop up on Facebook. Like a report says that they're making the Grinch 2, and I just want to be like, no, you dumb fucks. Google it. They're not making this. This is some rumor from some shitty website that, and then people just post it like news sources. I've seen that pop up like multiple times. I'm like pretty sure we'd all know if that was actually happening. Like they're not making.
What the hell are they
Grinch
gonna
2.
do with it? The Grinch.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
He's old and has a bunch of kids that are growing up. What?
Right.
I have family members who do that. They'll say things like, "Did you hear about that new Sylvester Stallone Spider-Man movie?" And I'm like, "If you just Googled it."
Well, they have a
That's
sequel.
not
They have a
thing.
sequel to The Grinch, but that just came out. How the Grinch lost. God damn it! How the Grinch lost Christmas. You can get from Amazon.
Yeah, this they were trying to say Jim Carrey's coming back for Grinch.
Oh, the
2.
movie. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what one I'm waiting for is the mean one. The
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Terrifier guy, David
Leon. Dave Leon or whatever. I like anything like that. There was one book that I read a little online love about, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get it in the store. It's called Manhunt. And on the cover, it's two plums, and one of them has a bite out of it, and they're hanging in like that mesh that you used to get oranges in or whatever. And it's literally about two women who are out hunting feral men and harvesting them for parts that they can sell in the black market. And I got it into the store, was telling a couple people about it, and then thankfully we got in before this like big boom happened for the book, and then people started coming and asking for it. And I guess it's good. I didn't read the whole thing. I was just like, yeah, that sounds interesting. And Logan, you get your boy Saturdays, right?
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays.
All right. Friday the 13th, I have an event happening at the store. It's he's an author. He did like Creepy Crayons. I know Henry would probably know the Creepy Crayons, Creepy Carrots, Creepy Pair of Underwear, stuff like that.
I've seen him.
Yeah, he's going to be coming in the store. We're going to have employees dressed up. I'm going to make sure we have candy, all that stuff. So if you got him around that time, I'm not starting until 6. Come on in.
For sure. I think Henry and the family is going to be up here that weekend.
Yeah, we'll be there the Saturday. Yep. Saturday the 14th.
Swing on in. Celebrate Halloween with Uncle Bob.
Yeah. Getting out and about more now.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
as much as I can be.
So for upcoming movies, I'm gonna watch The Creator. I'm gonna also see this Neon movie, It Lives Inside. I'm going to see The Expendables 4 most likely tomorrow because I like pain and mental abuse.
But come on, it's Statham. Like it's exactly what it's gonna be.
I know it's gonna be. I didn't like the third one. The second one is good though, but I know what to expect. And then as far as horror movies go, I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving. That's something I've been wanting since I was literally in junior high, and I saw Grindhouse, so I'm gonna check that out. And I just want to go back and watch some of the classic horror movies, honestly. Like I want to do The Exorcist and then the same day see Exorcist Believer, like a double feature. So that's what I have planned.
Nice, good call. I think that's the way
Yeah.
to go. Because it is a direct sequel, right, to the first movie,
Yeah.
like they did with Halloween. So okay, yeah, the 4K just came out of the Exorcist original. So
Oh shit, really?
yeah,
The one thing I wish they wouldn't do when they bring these 4Ks in, just they all don't have to be steelbooks. Is that one a steelbook or no?
no, just slip
regular.
cover.
Okay, I might have to go. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And putting it up on 4K, and you need to have good surround sound when you see that movie.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I said, what you're seeing on the screen is one thing, but hearing it around you is completely second part of that movie that you need.
We got a bunch
Cool.
of stuff coming out in October. Me and this guy over there are going to be reviewing Exorcist, what we talked about, Creep Show season 4, Chucky season 3, Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, Mike Flanagan, new show. Going to be doing that one. Five Nights at Freddy's, Late Night with the Devil. It's going to be on the list. What's that guy's name? Late Night with the
It
Devil?
stars David Desmelchin. He was
Desmelchin.
in Suicide Squad. He's been
Jack
in a bunch of
Malchin, something like that.
yeah, however you pronounce it. Yeah, that guy. It's like a 70s themed horror movie where he's a late night host, and then it involves like demonic possession and whatnot.
Wait, what's that called?
Late Night with the Devil.
Comes out in October.
Actually heard about it on Kevin Fat Man Beyond podcast, Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard's podcast. They were talking about it. They saw it at some comic convention.
Oh yeah,
like,
it came out.
a few months
The
ago.
initial release was in March last year.
Yeah, they saw it at some comic convention and we're talking about it. Sounds pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Also checking out the new Pet Cemetery Bloodlines TV show on Paramount coming out. Give that a whirl. Totally Killer, that new Blumhouse slasher on Prime. It's gonna be coming on Amazon. Kiernan Shipka, yeah, from Mad Men. Goosebumps, the John Carpenter new show, Suburban Screams. Final Summer has been making a buzz around the horror movie community on Facebook. Final Summer apparently is supposed to be pretty good. I'm gonna check it out. It's on Amazon. And we're watching Daryl Dixon. We're giving that a shot. Walking Dead spinoff. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a ton. Another one to mention on Shudder and maybe on AMC. I can't remember, but Joe Bob Briggs is having a Halloween 78, the 45th anniversary special on Tuesday, October 10th. So he's going to be doing a whole special around the original Halloween movie. We're going to be checking that out. And then Killers of the Flower Moon finally comes out. Scorsese's new one on the 20th. And then
a hell of a runtime.
Yeah, 3 hours plus, but we're all going to do it. So, and then there's a movie that we just saw a trailer of with Bill Burr called Old Dads.
I want to see that.
That looks pretty funny. Yeah, he directed it. Looks ridiculous. It's got Bokeem Woodbine in it, Bobby Cannavale, and they're like middle-aged dads basically, and they have to go up against like the woke, generations coming up. Their kids are all woke, and they have to kind of fight against that because they're all middle-aged. And yeah, exactly. It sounds funny. The preview is good.
I'm going to see Five Nights at Freddy's, Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm tempted to see the new Saw. Like, I've seen all the rest. I mean, at this point, just like Nile and the Expendables, or I know what I'm going to get. It's just going to be different ways to torture people, and how much fun are we having, it looks like they're doing a 50th anniversary viewing of The Exorcist, October 1st and 4th, but actually it looks like it'll be over in Crystal Lake, but
cool. Like at AMC or something, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then, but
awesome.
I'm going to see Exorcist Believer for sure. There was another movie that I saw a preview for, and I was like, oh, it looks decent. And then
What about Napoleon?
Yeah, I saw that on the cover, and I was like, all right, mean, I don't mind Joaquin Phoenix doing anything really.
No, it definitely looks good. So it'll be, I think, is that one out at theaters too, and then it's coming to Apple TV Plus kind of a thing later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that just screams like artsy. You know what I mean? Just total film house type movie.
Mm-hmm.
Shows I'm gonna catch up with Chucky. I'll try to grab on Ahsoka. Finish The Bear. I gotta watch some more. Like I said, I want to do the Tales from the Crypt rewatch. I started watching some of them out of order. I was like, all right, yeah, I gotta watch all of them from, because there's already the ones that I loved as a kid, so I already know those. So I just want to go back and see the ones I forgot. And Twilight Zone. I got the whole series of Twilight Zone too. I was like, all right, well, those are the best shows when I was a kid.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, those are great.
Oh, and Soap. They had the whole series of Soap for $15, and it's a guilty pleasure show where I think it was Billy Crystal's first gig, and Mona from there. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's a spoof of soap operas, and it was just funny. For $15, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll grab it so I can watch it again. Benson. It was the thing Benson was spun off from.
Congratulations. You survived episode 160 of the CinePhellas Podcast. Logan, you have 60 seconds to cheer us out, or else you will die.
You said cheers!
Cheers!